Tiffany says that she's at the doctor's office, so she can't really respond. But Tiffany, if you'll just click the mute button on your phone, that should mute you out, okay? I don't know if you are wanting to do that.
Okay. All righty. Well, good morning. The first thing I have my list over here, so if I keep looking off to the side, I'm keeping myself on track because I've had my coffee, so I might talk a lot. Good morning, and thank y'all for coming this morning. And we just, I want to help y'all with y'all's February goals and everything. First thing I want to address is, we have a lot of team members in our messenger chat, and something that I want to change about it for our teams, for our new promoters coming in, for everybody is, I love the activity and I love the people that are constantly talking on there. But what it does is new people or people that aren't quite as engaged, they're turning off the notifications and they're missing the important information. So what I would like to do to repurpose this messenger chat, our messenger chat, is leave it for urgent information only. When we post the urgent information, you can just go on there and click on that urgent information if you want to respond to seeing it, and just give it a thumbs up or something to where it doesn't send out another notification, or instead of, constantly making it ding for people that maybe are at work, or something, because we want it to be stuff that needs to be seen immediately for people to where maybe they'll turn their notifications back on, because I'm going to inform all those people. But those people are missing out on, like this morning, because they're not in the messenger chat, or they're still in it, but not getting notifications anymore. If you have questions, if you want to ask a question or need help, ask. If it's not urgent, ask in the Lion Chasers group, and then somebody can answer there. But if it is an urgent question, you're in the middle of something, you're in the middle of helping a customer, and you've got to know right then, ask in that group. That's what it's for. Have it only for matters that need to be seen right then or need to be answered right then. And if we keep it like that, it's going to be, more people will see the notifications. And more people will see the stuff. So I have had a few people request that and kind of complain, because when they get off work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there'll be 50 messages in the messenger chat and they can't catch up. So they're missing all of it. So anyway, that's the reason for that. And I just, I hope that works out for everybody on that. And I'll make a post in the Lion Chasers for everybody for that information. The other, let's see. The next thing is talking about February. We all want to hit February and hit our goals. One thing that I have never done, and I'm just being perfectly transparent with all of you, I've done this for 7 years and I have never written my goals down. And I know that sounds horrible. I knew the importance, but I've never written my goals down. And I know that there is a very significant thing to writing our goals. And so we need to write our goals down, because there is a huge importance in that. So, good morning, Lizzie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So we just got started. But we do want to write our goals down. First off, if you do not have your why developed of why you are doing this, why you are wanting to build this business, I encourage you to make that your first goal of February, is to develop your why, because your why gets you through hard times and gets you through trying times when you feel discouraged. And when you feel like you can't do this, your why will get you through that and get you pushing to the other side. So that is extremely important, and it drives your passion for what you're doing. So I strongly encourage you to write that down first. Second, set your February goals. write them down. I'm going to develop a thread in our Line Chasers group that I would like everyone to take a picture of their written goals. I don't want you to type them out in there. I want them written on a piece of paper, and take a picture of those goals and post in that thread so everybody can see. We're going to keep each other accountable. And I think that's great. I will post mine if you need help with maybe direction of how to get started setting your goals. And Tony is very experienced in this. I told Tony when she joined us that I'm actually going to learn a lot from her because she has great leadership skills, and she's going to push me to be a better leader. So I really appreciate Tony being on our team because we've got an experienced leader on our hands here. But anyway, so if you want to add anything in, Tony, you just feel free. Just to let y'all know, I kind of used Amy Smith posted in a Tractor Tribe group. If you're not in the Tractor Tribe group, let us know so we can add you. It is a free group that my upline Iron Prather. My dog is scratching on my chair and making my computer shake. Caitlin, would you get the dog, please? Sorry. It's just a shake in my camera. My goals, Amy had posted her goals in there, and I kind of went off of hers, just for some ideas for y'all. And you said this, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do this full-time. So my goals might be a little higher of daily activity than somebody that works, every day. So just letting you know, set it according to what you can do. 20 minutes of reading daily, a personal development book. That's something that I want to do, that I don't do every day. I also have I have signed up for the, Brian Fryer training. I am paid. That is something that I'm paying for. Everybody can't do that. I understand, but that's, if you can do the free training, maybe find some free, there's plenty of free training out there too. But I've also dedicated 30 minutes of training per day, with Coach Fryer in his training groups. Because if I'm going to pay for that every day, I obviously need to dedicate time every single day to that. So I encourage y'all to do that. Pick a number of people that you want to contact every day. So my goal is to share the Happy Coffee video, the Elevate Smart video, with a minimum of 5 people every day. So you come up with your number, like I said, according to your time. Everybody has a time commitment. Say I'm going to commit 2 hours a day, or how much ever time every day that you feel like you can dedicate to your business every day. And follow up with your customers daily. That is very, very important. Maybe set a team volume or a goal, a volume for yourself. The new promo that the company just started, the customer promo, 12 customers a month, that's 3 customers a week. So definitely set your goal to have 3 new customers every single week to hit your 12 stars. So that will be very important for your business. Also another personal goal of mine is to do a Facebook Live daily and increase my views to 5,000 each live videos. So that is something I'm working on. That's part of the training that I'm doing as well. So those are just to kind of give you an idea. I will start the thread in the Line Chasers group with my goals, take a picture of them so y'all can see and help me stay accountable as well. Something I do want to share with some of you new people to understand. It's not really talked about in the team groups, but I know all of the people that were ranking up in January to hitting platinum, and they're talking about 72,000 shares. I do want to clarify that for y'all. When we started in November and December, the first part of December, we did not know the compensation plan at all. There were just little tidbits given. And so for those of us that jumped in without details, The offer from the company was if we hit platinum by the end of March, we are to receive 72,000 shares. That is no longer a promo. Now, what you do get, you do start earning shares at platinum, which is 400 shares. So everybody gets shares at platinum. But I do want to clarify, just in case there's any confusion of why you're seeing the 72,000 shares at platinum. Those are the people that came in before the compensation plan was ever introduced and known. So that was just kind of an incentive for those people. But you can still earn up to 250,000 shares regardless. So everybody is winning. I mean, so definitely don't look at that as, I can't get that, because we can all earn those shares. The Road to Platinum promo that was supposed to end on the 31st, in case y'all missed the team meeting the other night, it was extended to February the 8th, and it was made easier. So let's see. I have it written down here. Okay, the February the 8th. So until February the 8th at midnight Central, if you get 5 customers with a minimum of 5 new customers with a minimum of $40 in auto ship in the MAP, then you will hit the Road to Platinum promo and get into a Road to Platinum mastermind. So mastermind group to help you get to platinum. And so that makes it a lot easier for you. And when you actually earn the Road to Platinum, because this is all a team effort and we're working on all this together and getting each and every person to platinum, your sponsor automatically gets in when you earn that. So that is an awesome addition to the Road to Platinum promo, the promo that our team is doing. So this is a promo for our team, not for Team Rise, not the company promo. So anyway, but that does go hand in hand of getting customers with the company promo. The star promo. Does everyone understand the star promo that the company has done? I know there were a few questions and I did get some clarification. The customer's account has to be created and the MAP set up within the month. So if they created an account last month, but they're just now setting up MAP this month, that does not count. They have to be it has to be a brand new customer account that was just created and then MAP set up. So hopefully that will clarify. If a customer sets up a MAP, creates an account, sets up a MAP, and then ends up deciding to become a promoter by the end of the month, then they should still count as your star. You should still get a star off of those. I did request a little bit of information, and they said that should still count if they end up having to upgrade, or wanting to upgrade by the end of the month. Let's see. Any questions on that? Does anybody have a question? No? Okay. Or any elaboration? Okay. Let's see. One great way for your customers, whenever you're talking to customers, hopefully if it's, it's people that we know, one thing to learn about your customers, don't just try to sell them. But one thing to learn about your customers is maybe why they're wanting this product, find out what they're after. And I think that's something really good for us to do, is find out, what are you after in this product? Are you after the mental clarity? Are you after weight loss? Or, and they're going to probably share some maybe health conditions that they have. I mean, they might not always, but if you find out their why, that's a great thing to do whenever you're trying to help them. That way, what they're after if they end up buying the product. And then you can help them attain those goals and point them in the right direction. Something to know that I've learned is when you find out those conditions, maybe they might not purchase right then, or what, when you find out those whys, they might not purchase right then. But when we listen to the opportunity Zoom that are happening every night at 8 o'clock, and I realize we can't get on every one, but when we listen to those or listen to the recordings, make notes about the testimonies. And then when you hear a testimony that reminds you of someone interested in your product, send that over to them and say, hey, I thought about you, thought you might want to listen. So as you see testimonies, or if it's just a testimony shared on Facebook, share that testimony with them, because that's either going to, one, encourage them to buy, or two, if they've already bought, it's going to encourage them to stay on it in case they haven't seen those results yet. So that will that will give them more belief in the product. So I did want to give that tip there. Also, when you have customers purchase, or when you have customers that you're sending samples to, it's very, very important that we send them instructions on how to take it. Because if they do not have those instructions, they're going to just drink the whole coffee. And some people assume they have to drink it black, that they can't mix it like a regular coffee. So it's very important. I know I've shared my instructions in our group, but it's very important, if you want to change it up, everybody, I strongly encourage getting every single person to do only half in the beginning. That is from my experience. I've lost a lot of people from them doing a whole serving because it was too much too fast for them, and they needed to have eased into it. And they're too scared to try it again, when I'm like, oh, well, you should have started with half. Well, I didn't tell them. So, and I've given people the option of starting with half or whole in case it was too much. They've always chosen the whole, to drink the whole thing, and then it'd be too much, but now they're scared. So I really encourage.
Marcy?
Yes.
I have a quick question. Okay, so yesterday evening, I tried just a little bit. I added it to my coffee, my girlfriend and I, and literally, it was not even a half of a scoop that we added into our coffee. And literally in 10 minutes, we were like, woo, So I actually agree with you, because I feel this right now I'm drinking it and I add it to my coffee, but I did a whole scoop today because I wanted to get the full effect. But I agree with you, because I think that with just a little bit that we took, and I'm in the East Coast, so and it was 5 in the evening, and so we were just hyped up and everything. We were like, woo, But I absolutely agree with you. Definitely, I think for a lot of people, we probably, just because of the way we felt with just a tiny bit added to our coffee, that we did get the effect of it pretty instantaneously. And so I thought, wow, I think that's something that is really good to let everybody know, because everybody's bodies are different. But yeah, if it's a full dose or whatever, on the packet, because yesterday was the first time I ever tried it. And so I agree with that 100%, that we should do just, a little bit at a time, and then let them, go, only because of what it did for us.
Right.
And when we experienced it. Yeah.
Right. And, I know I took the whole thing whenever I started, and I did fine with it. I know Tony did too, but, there's just so many that I've had several that, they felt bad the first day instead of feeling good, well, it was too much for their system the first time. So it's better for them not to feel it at all by drinking half than to have them feeling bad and getting sick from drinking it all at one time and it being too much for them. So that is something that I encourage. And, like you said, it's everybody's different. We don't know how sensitive they're going to be. So it is definitely, we need to put them at half. And something that I want to do in this team, because we have got some amazing leaders in here that, you know, that have done this before. And, you know, we all have strengths in different areas. And I don't know everyone's strengths yet. You know, I've worked with Tony in the past. We weren't on the same team, but I have worked with her. So I do know, you know, a lot about her leadership skills, which is why I pointed those out earlier. But, you know, Lizzie, I've heard that you're a great leader as well from Kirsten. And I did forget.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I did forget to tell y'all that Kirsten is at a funeral this morning, and she hated that she couldn't be a part
Right.
of this, but she did want me to acknowledge that's why she wasn't able to attend the team Zoom this morning. So, but Kirsten is an amazing leader with some great strengths. You know, I am not perfect, and I'm learning this with y'all, and you know, I have gotten better, but I do want to ask those of you that have strengths in certain areas to step up and let us know those strengths, and we can build a whole team better by utilizing each other's strengths. And I do, you know, I do feel like that will make us a better team altogether when we do that. Um, something that I want to do, and I have not had a second to do it, is to create an insert for our samples when we're mailing out samples or handing out samples, of just an insert of the instructions. That way we don't have to remember to actually send them later, because what I've been doing is sending them in Messenger after I've mailed the sample, and sometimes I forget, you know. So if we have, you know, maybe an insert that all of us can use, you know, or we can tweak it based on our personal, you know, what we want to do. But if somebody has that strength of creating cute little stuff like that, that'd be great if somebody stepped up and volunteered that. If not, I can do it later. I just haven't had a chance. Another thing that I want to do is create an onboarding instruction. And I can do that, unless somebody else feels like that they're strong enough to do that. But for new promoters that come into the Lion Chasers group, to help get them onboarded and get all the information that they need in one location. You know, and we can all contribute to that, you know, of things of, hey, I wish I would have been told this day one, you know, even suggestions. If you have suggestions as well, I would love those messaged to me, privately, you know, of what I wish I would have had when I started, you know, kind of thing. So, because we are all new, this is new, and we're trying to just create the best way for people to come in and get started. So, as a customer and as a promoter. So any ideas there would be greatly appreciated. Let's see. Any questions or suggestions on that before I go to the next thing? Okay.
I can tell you that Kirsten did an absolutely amazing job with me yesterday. She sent me so much information. She blasted me, but I was glad because I really, with all of the health issues that I've gone through and everything that has happened, you know, for me, it was really important to know that the product actually works. And you know, everybody has always, you know, they have all these questions and they're like, well, you did this, you did that, you did it. What makes this different? You know, that's what I want to make sure that I understand, that, you know, if I'm changing from one product to another product or whatever, I want to be believable, and I want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about and how it's making me feel and everything, because I would think that, okay, well, she's always changing something, you know, why is she doing this and then now this and then now that, you know? So that is a question that I know is going to be asked. And so I want to make sure that what I say, and, you know, because, you know, I can't do before and after pictures, because I have been doing, you know, really well with, you know, certain products, and well, a certain product, and I, you know, absolutely love it. But my thing is that, but you know, I feel like in order for me successful that I have to believe in the product so much that it's just natural
Right.
for me to, as I have no shame. I will talk and I will talk and I will, let people know, hey, this is what I'm doing and da-da-da-da. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea to make sure that we are informed. And one of the biggest thing that I had asked is because, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor and I'm super scared of putting anything in my system that I would feel scary about putting. So I wanted to make sure I investigated first that the product and before I tried it. And that's what I did. I was very adamant about making sure that I received it and looked at the ingredients really well and to make sure that there was nothing in it that could be harmful, because I have a big thing about, if something is not going to be that can harm somebody, I will feel terrible, and so she assured me that this product is legit. So I want to make sure that that is, definitely what we need to come across to people that take the product. And because, with ketones, period, people question it and they research and they're like, so I want to make sure that when I talk to people that this product is legit, it's going to help you. And so that's why every one of us really needs to be informed and make sure that when we talk about it, that it's in our hearts and it's in our face and it's the way we feel. And people purchase from us because of our personalities and how we feel. And I'm sorry, I'm a talker, but I'm excited. I am excited because I want to have that extra energy and I want to feel good about what I'm doing. So those inserts and sending out when we do samples I think is really important. And so I do agree on that, that we have something and we tweak it for, our personalities and something that's simple.
Okay.
That people will understand.
Yeah, and I noticed Heather sent an insert that was already created. So thank you, Heather. And if you can put that in our chat and maybe in our group, post that in our group, that would be awesome. So see, that's why I was asking. Here I was going to go make something, and somebody already had something created. So that's where I'm saying we can use each other's strengths there instead of everybody having to recreate their own.
Right.
And anytime you get your hands, even if it's from another team, or outside of our team, the sidelines and stuff, please share with our team, because the better we help everybody, the better everybody helps everybody. It just helps everybody. Okay. Thank you, Lizzie, for sharing.
You're welcome.
One thing, the next thing that I wanted to talk about is how to put your prospects in a 3-way. Which we do want to know all of the information. I understand that. It is overwhelming to teach someone in the beginning everything. You can't know everything. It takes time to learn it. It takes time to learn about how to help your customers and all the issues that your customers might experience. It takes time to learn about the ingredients. It takes time to learn how the different ways of how to take it or what to do different. And that's all with time, and we are all learning together on that. But one thing that you want to do, which I know Chris repeats all the time in his trainings, is when someone, you're talking to a customer or promoter prospect, either way, you ask them, hey, will you watch this video? They ask you information, or you maybe contact them or whatever. Hey, look, I wanted to share something with you. You can always share how you feel. Don't say, hey, this product does this. Don't do that, because that's selling. If you share what this product is doing for you, then that is always a better way of putting things to someone that you're wanting to share with. Say, I feel great, my appetite's gone, whatever is the big things that are happening for you, that's what you should share. If you have not tried the product yet, then obviously you want to say what you're excited about, getting from it. So I don't want you to lie by any means to your prospects, if you haven't tried it yet. But do that. Ask them when they ask you, okay, what is it? Yes, Lizzie, hydrating is very important. But if they ask, what is it? Then ask them, will you watch this short video? Here's a short video about it. Watch it. Let me know if it makes sense, and if you say that, then they're, and then you follow up with them. If they don't respond, you follow up with them. So you send the little short video. If you don't have the link to the generic YouTube channel, it's Elevate Your Life. There are several YouTube channels called Elevate Your Life, but this one has a coffee cup, and it has our Elevate coffee stuff, but we can send y'all the channel if that's something that y'all need. But send that video over, then follow up with them to see if they, watched it. Hey, have you watched it yet? Did that video make sense to you? Yes. They're going to say, yes, it made sense. Very few people are going to say it didn't. Ask them, okay, well, what did you like best? Get them talking, because some people don't want to respond. Some people's going to respond greatly. But ask them get them engaged. What did they like best? If they, respond what they liked best, okay, great. So does that mean, are you ready to be a customer or promoter? Or do you see yourself best being a customer or promoter? Something like that. Give them something to choose from instead of an open-ended question of, are you ready to try it? I don't know. I think I might wait. Let me think about it. All those kind of things can come back from, do you think you're ready to try it? Instead of, if you ask them, do you see yourself being a customer or promoter? They're having to make a decision right then. So that's a great way, just changing our language and how we respond. If they have a question, what you want to say is, great question. I'm new. Hold on and let me make sure that you get the right answer. I'm going to add my friend that knows more about it. Don't wait on their permission. Like, you let them know that you're fixing to find out the answer for their question. Put them into a messenger chat right then. Go into the messenger chat, do a 3-way with me or with your upline, your sponsor, whoever. Ian's great. Ian's on here. Whoever that might know that information. We use each other. Put them into a messenger chat right then. Don't just throw into a messenger chat and say, here y'all go, or hey, introduce the person above you as your friend, not your upline, because people that are not in network marketing do not know what upline is. Say, this is my friend, Marcy. She is great at answering questions and she knows this product. Marcy, this is my friend, Pam. Pam has a question with, can she take this medicine with this, or take this product with this medication? Whatever the question is, present it right there in that first message in that group thread. That way we each have been introduced. The person that's going to be answering the question is edified with that they know more about the product. And then I know, if I'm the one in it, I know what the question is, so I can go ahead and answer before that person ever responds in that chat. So that is how you do a messenger chat, and that's how you take care of questions. It does not matter if you know the answer. That is irrelevant. What is important is you are showing them how easy it is to do this business. So whether they are a promoter prospect or not, you're showing that customer, oh gosh, that's all I have to do. I don't have to know anything. All I can do is put somebody in a messenger chat and they can answer it. So you pass the ball, just like I think the language that they're doing, doing in the NBA. All you have to do is dribble the ball and then you just pass it to Michael Jordan to make the dunk. So, that's all we have to do. We don't have to know all the answers, but as we put them into those messenger threads with our sponsor and we see how our sponsor answers, then as we build our team, we learn those answers and we learn how to help our team's prospects. So that's how you learn the answers to the questions instead of messaging going, hey, can our customer take this? Or, hey, what about this? Instead of just asking when we're throwing them in those messenger threads with our prospects that are asking those questions, we're learning the answers ourselves. So that is very important. Any questions or any add-ons to that? Exactly, Natalie. I know Ian and Chris and Ricky are great at getting people on a three-way call. And I do like three-way calls. I really like three-way calls. Tony's great at putting people on three-way calls. That is not my strength. I'm just going to be honest. That is not my strength. And I love, hey, Ian, I love messenger chats because you do not need permission and they do not have to have the time to be on a phone call when you put them in a messenger chat. So did you want to pipe in on that, Ian?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I'm the guy, and hi, everybody, I'm Ian. I'm down here south of Houston. I'm the guy who just always felt really, really weird about saying, hey, I'm going to get you on the phone with somebody you don't even know.
Right.
This isn't awkward at all. This isn't weird. But what I found is people are a lot more comfortable if I say, hey, man, I can throw us in Messenger and my friend can answer this question really quick. And then once they get to talking, like if I connect somebody with Chris in Messenger, I connect somebody with Marcy, now they've met each other. And Marcy can say, hey, do you got time for a quick phone call? Because it'd be easier to talk about this than type it all out. And now they've met. Now it's not weird. Okay, so that I found that's just a little easier transition into that. And I'm gonna throw in 2 more cents while I'm on here real quick because we're about to run 50 miles and go sling samples all over the county. That's what I'm doing today. Connecting people. So when we first got this new company started, everything was happening so fast we really weren't connecting new people and introducing them to the people that's on their team and the people that are available to support them. And what I have seen since we have started doing a better job at that is like all the people that have been connected on that connect call and we kind of have a list of questions and stuff to go down. You don't have to be good at it. You just need to have that list of questions and start practicing asking people good questions. This isn't about me and what I want. This is about that new person. What do they want? What do they see themselves doing with this? How much time do they have to devote to it? How much money are they looking to make a month? And so when you get some of those good questions, the answers can tell you if somebody is really in reality or not. If they come in and they have an hour a day to devote to this business and they want $10,000 a month, I can tell them that's not realistic. Okay, if you want to make $10,000 a month, you may have to invest a little more time, effort, and energy, more than an hour a day. Does that make sense? And so it's helping somebody plug into their why and helping somebody get to talking about and get tied into why are they wanting to do this? Are they struggling with credit card debt? It's not about finding out the dirty details about somebody. It's trying to find out and get them tied into the reason why they're going to put in that couple hours a day after work. Or if they're a single mom and they're willing to just take off and run with this in amongst taking care and raising their kids. The people that I've seen doing a really good job of connecting like that, their teams are growing way faster than the people that aren't doing it. I'm just going to be straight up. It is a very powerful, powerful thing to connect those people. And it's not just about, knowing who your upline is. And, it's not really about that. It's about knowing that you have, if Marcy's busy, you may be able to get on the phone with Tony. If Tony's busy, you can get on. And whenever you do this a few times with people and find out who's really good at this, you start developing an arsenal of different people because some dude may not relate to Tony, but he may relate to Chris. You know, somebody may relate to Marcy more than they relate to Ricky. You know what I mean? And so you start getting a good feel for who's a good person to connect them with, to ask those questions, to get those people engaged. So just wanted to throw that out there about the connect part of this real quick. It's been really, really powerful. This team is rocking. Marcy is rocking. She wants to say, oh, I'm not such a girl. Shut up. You're getting better all the time right in front of us. We're all seeing it. You're stepping up. And it's just about practicing what we do, guys, right? It's just practice, practice, practice. And having a tight, close team like you are growing is awesome. It's awesome and it's powerful. And I'm just going to tell y'all this. Be aware that there's going to be some distractions coming in the near future, okay? There just are. And I believe this from the bottom of my heart. Anytime you attempt to do good in this world, whether it's a personal thing, whether it's you trying to get to a healthier weight, whether it's you trying to stop smoking, whether it's you trying to clean up whatever that thing in your personal life, or whether you go decide to grow a business and do something awesome that's going to help a lot of people, it's going to come under attack. I just believe that. Personally, business-wise, doesn't matter. Anything good in this world comes under attack. And I believe we ain't seen the end of all that yet with this business. There's going to be some distractions. And I'm telling y'all, no matter what happens, no matter what's going on, no matter who says what, I'm putting my head down and going to work, and I'm building my business, and I'm not going to worry about all that stuff, okay? I happened to look on It Works today, and they have BHB ketones for sale. It's coming soon on their site. They can't legally do that unless some amazing things happen that are probably about to happen. So there's all kinds of crazy stuff happening in our industry with previous companies, with all kind of stuff going on. And I'm just going to stress to you guys, hang on to each other, lock arms, put your head down, go share this product with people, and let any kind of distractions work themselves out, okay? That being said, I got to go clean up so I can go down, head toward Mama Sue, 50 miles from here, and several people waiting on product.
Hey, Ian, while you're at it, slinging your samples, sling some this way because we can't get them.
Well, and so I want to tell y'all guys, look, this is what happened to me. Is I just got an order in that I made on December the 18th, and it literally just showed up. And so I had to wait all that time. I still have an order from December the 22nd, which was my smart ship. It hasn't showed up. And so the lesson that I learned from this is, regardless of what's going on with shipping or whatever, I'm going to do whatever I can to stock up, you know, and whenever I get down to like 5 bags of coffee, I'm going to order a bunch more. You know, and just try not to run out.
We've learned. Mm-hmm.
I have people from all over our company, not even in our team, messaging me saying, "Can you send me some coffee?" Right? I mean, it's just a battle that we're all having to face right now. So just hang in there, guys. Hang in there. It's getting better.
It is. Marcy, with that being said, I took some notes, and I would like to say a few things because I've got another very exciting call that I want to get on at 11. We've got our first training in the Team Platinum group that I earned. So for those of you that hadn't earned your spots in there, go ahead and Marcy, you know, if you were taking notes, Marcy let you know how you can get in there with us, because I'm claiming platinum by the end of March. So that is on my goals. A few things that I want to share with Ian, just saying what he did with you. Be sure, and I learned this the hard way because I didn't know getting started, and so I had to deal with it. Be sure that you're setting your expectations for your customers and your distributors as they're coming in with the shipping. If we set those expectations up front and let them know it's about a 2-week wait, we're not going to have to deal with frustrated people, okay? So be sure that you're setting that expectation up for everyone. Another thing that I want to share, because I don't know where you all are, who's got network marketing experience or what your backgrounds are, but I know because we were all brand new at this at one time. And it can get a little intimidating as you're out there trying to bring your online business offline. And so it's that, and just know that, you know, if this is something that you plan and intend to want to do long term, you're going to have to get off the computer and get out there and start talking to people. So start planning for that now. Don't wait until you don't have any more, you've run out of your resources or your warm market online, get out there and just start getting comfortable talking to people today. And it doesn't have to be about coffee. If you're not a talker like Lizzie and like me and like Ian and like Marcy, if you're not comfortable talking to people, don't talk to people about coffee. Just get comfortable talking to strangers. It can be about the weather, it can be about how cute their baby is or how you love their purse, but just get comfortable talking to strangers. And I can promise you, once you do that, you're going to be comfortable with driving that conversation to where you want it, okay? Another thing that I think that you need to do is, and I know this because I did it. I was very successful in a previous business that I had in network marketing. And what I learned, and I love this opportunity because many of us have been involved in companies before, and I look at this as an opportunity to take everything that we've learned before in any business that we've been in and apply it here. And so many times I said in that company and in that business, if I knew what I knew in the beginning and if I could start all over again, well, this is our opportunity to do that. So let's not forget the mistakes that we made in the beginning, and be sure that you're tracking all your work. Get your potentials, get your list out. That's something that a huge mistake that I made in the beginning of my business before, and that's not a mistake that I'm going to make again. Every sample that you send out, track it. Every customer that you talk to, track it. Follow up, follow up, follow up. One thing that you want to do is not sit back and wait for your own testimony to share, okay? You don't have to wait for your results to be able to get out there and share passionately with people that you know and love. Can use these products and it can help them and change their life. Use the testimonies that's out there. Ian shares, he's reaching out to many fantastic testimonies. He's gathering those testimonies for us. I share Stephen's all the time. And in fact, I connected with him personally because he can help me to help my grandson to do this. So, find those heartfelt testimonies. I shared one, and y'all, I have a weakness, and it is those Facebook Lives public. Like I shared a Facebook Live in my private group yesterday, and I got two new auto customers from it. So, because I have not taken a hormone pill in 2 weeks and have felt the best I've ever felt in my life. And I just got in my group and shared that. I shared that with my people. So, know that there's testimonies out there. Just find them. While you're waiting on your own testimony, or even while you're waiting on your product to come in, find the testimonies that are out there and start sharing those. Don't wait for yours, okay? Another mistake that I made, and I'm sharing all my mistakes with you just to be vulnerable, because I don't want this. Like, what we don't want to happen here is we don't want to be recognized as a weight loss company. Absolutely, people are getting weight loss out of this. Do not build your business on weight loss, because I'm telling you, people come in, and if I lost 5 pounds in a week because I did, but I'm not putting that out there because people tend to compare themselves to that. And if they don't come in and lose 5 pounds in their first week, they're discouraged and they think it's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the other things, the other fabulous things. And I may say, so I did say, like, I just feel like I'm holding my stomach in, and I'm not, because my tummy feels flatter. I'll say that, and I'll share maybe when I lose a certain amount, I won't be able to contain myself, but I'm not going to put expectations out there for my people. And you're not intentionally doing it, but when you say I lost 5 pounds in a week, that kind of puts an expectation out there that people grab onto, and they expect those same results. And trust me, I have a lot more to lose than probably most of you on here. So just be mindful of that. And if you're super excited and you can't wait to, you can't contain that, then share it. But just be mindful of what you're doing and setting expectations that maybe everyone can't get. And one more thing that I want to say is be sure, as Marcy said, keeping this as simple as you possibly can. So as you're out there talking, and I met with one of my leaders yesterday, and it was ironic because we were in a restaurant and we were having lunch, and someone walked in, someone that was her student. And Miss Linda, you'll probably watch the replay if you're not watching this now, so I'm going to use that as an example to help others. And we're new to this. We don't know a whole lot. We just want to share our excitement. And we just tend to rattle on and on and on. And she was talking about, weight, it being for weight loss and this and that. And the conversation was just, he was just kind of standing there listening. And really what we want to do is not do that. You don't want to. So as you're bringing this offline, and if for those that you're comfortable talking to, don't go out there and say, everything that it's doing or everything you think it might be doing. Don't even do any of that. What you want to do, just like you're doing on your Facebook page, is you want to spark interest. So as you're out and about and you see people that that you would love to share this with, say, hey, Marcy, I am so excited that I saw you. I've been wanting to talk to you about something. Message me as soon as you have a chance because I can't wait to share something new with you. That's it. And so that person is going to, you're going to have the opportunity to not puke it all over that person right at that moment, because our excitement, we can't contain it. We're really excited about something, but that person can't get that yet. They're not there. So that's just a few things that I wanted to share. And I'm sorry, Marcy, for taking up your time, but Marcy, I will turn it back over to you because I'm going to go ahead and jump on that other training if you're about to wrap it up.
I'm wrapping it up. One last thing I want to bring up to y'all is the happiness convention. This is, I'm just telling y'all a note that I had written down a while back. You can only build something, so your business, you can only build something to the level of your belief. And events build your belief in this company. And in this product. So, we can only build to the level of our belief. Your belief shows when you talk to product and when you talk to prospects, whether they be customers or promoters, your belief is showing. So if you need to build your belief, you need to be at convention because that is where your belief will grow. I know it's not, easy. A lot of times it's not easy for anybody to travel and to go and, it's costing everybody money. But I'm just telling you, if this is something that you want, instead of saying, I can't afford that, you need to say, how can I afford that? So, okay, Lizzie, Happiness Convention is March 2nd and 3rd in Dallas, Texas. The tickets are in your back office. It's it's home screen. You click on it. They're $199. If you want to bring guests, anyone can attend. They do not have to be a promoter. They just have to purchase a ticket. So, but it is in Dallas, March 2nd and 3rd, and all the details are in your back office. If you bought a $500 or $1,000 pack, your ticket was included. So if you bought the $250 pack, you need to purchase a ticket to the convention. But if you bought a $500 pack, your ticket was included. So, that's something great to know. Y'all need to realize that when you're talking to prospects for promoters for the packs, because don't just assume they're only going to come in at the $250 pack because they're not. I'm not that person. I would come in at the big pack because I'm serious about my business and I know that I need product in hand to get out to customers to build it fast. So give that opportunity because I know everybody can't afford that, but let them make that decision, not you. So don't just say, oh, it's only $250 to join. Give them those options and let them decide which option is best for them. So, just letting you know, and then they can make that decision from there. So you never know what kind of resources they might have to be able to purchase those larger packs. And that's just going to set them up for bigger success when they're able to come in that way. I know all of the packs have been changed. I don't know if y'all looked at them recently. They have been changed according to the suggestions of the promoters to where all the packs include all coffee. There are no other products in there but the coffee and Xanthamax because that is our flagship product. And so although we want all of our promoters to try all of the other products, they can order those at their convenience and at the time that they can afford those. Instead of putting them in the packs, they're equipping them with the flagship products at the beginning. So just so y'all know that, I strongly encourage you to be at the Happiness Convention. I will tell y'all, this is not to be put in writing anywhere. This is not to be done because they do not want it to be blasted on Facebook and they do not want it to be getting out to other teams. But Mark and Judy Willardson, which is our uplines at the very top, have graciously offered anyone in their team, which is including anyone in Team Rise, if you come to convention March 2nd and 3rd, every promoter that comes to convention will receive 200 shares of stock. That is an awesome incentive to come to convention. So if you're on the fence about coming, you spend $200 on a ticket. Best case scenario, you get 200 shares of stock. If you don't get any value at convention, which I highly doubt that happens, you're going to get a lot of value at convention. But just to let you know that is something that is being offered by the Willardsons, not by the company, by the Willardsons. That's out of their personal shares. So, I'm sorry, my daughter's being loud in there, but anyway, that was all I had for today. Does anybody have any questions before I let y'all go? Because I know Tony has her meeting starting. Anybody else have any questions? Lisa, did you have a question? I know you had messaged in the group. Did you have a question? I unmuted you.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, that's cool. I did have a question at the moment. I had something that I wanted to say
Okay.
about what you were talking about, but since I'm going to talk to you later on, I will just talk to you about it instead of throwing it out there, as something random.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
since you're not talking about it, I don't want to throw anybody off.
Okay.
But thank you anyways. I'm on my phone. I cannot get Zoom to work on my phone. And it may be because I'm in the mountains. Who knows? But for whatever reason, anytime we do a Zoom or a webinar or anything like that, I have to do it on my phone.
Okay.
So if there's any kind of instructions or something that you can share other people who call in, about how do we chime in if you're doing a Zoom and I'm on the phone, how do I chime in for that? I mean, that might be something that helps somebody in the future.
Okay. Well, and I might need to call
But thank
in
you.
myself and learn that because I've never called in from a phone, so I don't know how to direct from a phone. But I know if you would have to click mute yourself on your phone. But I had muted you because I noticed that it wasn't muted, so I muted it. I guess that's why you couldn't chime in. You couldn't unmute yourself. So,
when you call in, it says to unmute yourself, do *6 or #6 or something. I don't remember what it says right off the top, but it does say something. When I tried to do that, it wouldn't do nothing. And it may be because you had muted me on your end.
I don't know. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. So, okay. And we can talk about everything in a little while whenever we get on the phone. Anybody else have anything?
Right.
Yes, Natalie, it was recorded. So I will be putting the recording in the group. Anybody else before we get off? All right. Well, thank y'all for spending y'all Saturday morning with us. And if y'all have questions, just reach out to me or ask in the group. And y'all have a great day and get out there and get started sharing. Bye.
Bye, everybody.